Hi and welcome to my channel. In this video I like to show you how I made these festive baby booties. They fit a 0 to 3 month baby. I will be using 4mm knitting needles and I will be using red and white. I'll be starting off with the red. You need to cast on. First I'm going to do my slip knot. Set my needle. And insert my other needle just underneath it, so it's crisscrossing underneath. Holding onto my shorter yarn, my long length, I'm going to go around the needle, draw back and over the needle. I'm going to go under that loop, crisscross, around the needle, draw back and over the needle. I have 3 cast on so far. You need to have 40 onto your needle once you've done that, and I'll show you what I've done. This is what your 40 should look like. What we're going to do next, we're just going to knit across. We're going to continue that all the way down to the end, knit right to the end, and then we're going to turn our work around and knit again. Once you've done that line, I'll show you what we do next. That's my one line of knit completed. I'm going to turn my work around. And I'm going to knit all along again. By doing so, we're going to be creating garter stitch. Continue knitting all the way to the end, and once you've done that line, I'll show you what we do next. I'll be starting to use the white colour now. Insert my needle, add my new white, I'm just going to knit right across. Now we're going to be working on our back, so make sure you're facing this way with your needle. We're going to knit 14 in your white, so knit 14, your yarn forward and purl 2 together, this one and the one just behind. Put your yarn around and slip them off the needle. You're going to purl 8. While the yarn is still forward, you need to purl 2 off at this end. Leaving the yarn where it is, turn your work around. We're going to knit 9, yarn forward and purl this one off your needle. We're going to be working in our little center here. As we're purling from the ends, we're decreasing on our needles on this side, and we're also decreasing on this side as we're purling 2 on the other side. So what we're going to do, leave our yarn where it is, turn your work around, this is our back side. As you can see, it's all purl. We're going to purl 9, so make sure that the yarn is in the front. One, while the yarn is still forward, I'm going to purl this one and this one off your needle. Leaving your work where it is. Turn your work around. What we're going to do now, we're going to be doing our bobble. We're going to be adding our new colour. I'll be adding my red since I'm using red. So I'm going to knit 4. After knitting 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4, we're going to be adding our red. Bring up the loop. Insert your needle. Round the needle your red. Pull up the loop so you have 2. Insert your needle. Round the loop. Now you've got 3. Insert your needle. And pull up the loop. You have 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. And just release that white. I'm going to turn your work around. Because this is our back side. We're going to be purling the bobble. We're going to purl 4. Leaving your work where it is, turn your work around. Now you're going to knit 4, because it's the knit part. So you're going to knit 4. Turn your work around. I'm going to purl 4. Leave your work where it is, turn it around. Leave your yarn where it is, turn your work around. Now these 4 that are on the loop, these 4, there's the 4 in the red, we need to knit them off. So you're going to bring your needle this way round. Bring your yarn around it and knit them off your needle. And just slightly pop your bobble up, and then going into the white, you bring your white yarn make sure your yarns are not crisscrossing everywhere like mine, and then you just knit for 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yarn forward and purl 2 together, this one and the one just behind it. This line may be a little bit tight because we've just added our new colour to the line. After that it does come a bit easy. Got your little bumble. Leave your yarn where it is, turn your work around. Now we're on the back side. So we're going to purl 9. Make sure that the yarn is in the front when you're purling. Oops. This one, 9. And purl while the yarn is still forward. Purl this one and the one just behind it. Off your needle. And make sure to tighten your bobble up as it could get loose. Just tighten them up a bit. Make a bow. Leave your yarn where it is. Turn your work around. You're going to continue the pattern. You're going to knit 9 and purl 2 together, remembering to bring your yarn forward when purling, and then turn your work around, and then you're going to purl 9. When you get to 10 on your needle on your right side, and then when you get 10 in the center and 9 on the other side, I'll show you what we do. And this is what we've got so far. We have 10 on my right side, we have 10 on this side of the needle, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 10 in the center, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and on my other side of the needle there should be 9, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. We're going to turn our work around. This side we would normally purl, but this time on this line we're going to knit. We're going to knit 9. So bring your yarn forward to knit. I was just turning my stitches around because I had to undo that line because I really needed that line to be a knit line. Bring your yarn forward and pull this one and this one off your needle. And you bring your yarn back and you've got your 9 stitches on this needle. You're just gonna go ahead and knit them, knit across. So altogether you should have 28 stitches onto your needle. Knit 1, yarn forward to purl 1. Yarn back to knit 1. Yarn forward to purl 1. Yarn back to knit. Yarn forward to purl. Yarn back. Continue the pattern, knit 1, purl 1, all the way to the end. We started with a knit, you should end up with a purl. Once you completed your knit 1 and purl 1, ending with the purl 1, we're going to turn our work around. I'm going to show you how to do the bobbles, these white bobbles. I'm going to knit 1, and then this one. We're going to make 2 new stitches. So yarn over, draw up, got 1 made. Another one, yarn over, draw up, got another one made. Yarn forward, and you're going to purl all 3 off your needle. Yarn over, take them off your needle. Yarn back, knit 1, completed 1 bobble. I'll show you again. Make sure to keep this one a bit loose when doing the bobbles, not too loose, kind of even in between. You don't want your bobbles to be loopy. So pull back over the needle and you created a stitch. Knit, pull back, and you created a stitch. You've got 3. Yarn forward, and then you purl all 3 off your needle. Slide them off, yarn back, and knit 1. Show you again. Draw up over the needle, yarn over, draw up, over the needle, yarn forward, and purl all 3 off your needle. Yarn back and knit 1. 3 bubbles. You continue the pattern all the way to the end. When I get towards the end, I'll show you what we do. One more time. Yarn over, pull up the yarn, create a stitch. Yarn over, pull up the yarn, create a stitch. Yarn forward, insert your needle, yarn over, and purl through all 3. And these 2, you're going to yarn back, you're going to knit one as we had, and then you're going to knit that one as well. You'll have something like this on your back. Now we're going to turn our work around. And we're going to knit one and purl one all along, and you'll be able to see that the bubbles will be appearing. Knit one. Remember to bring the yarn forward when purling. Yarn back to knit, and just continue the pattern. Yarn forward to purl, yarn back to knit, yarn forward to purl, yarn back to knit. You can see the bubbles appearing. You just continue the pattern all the way down, then I'll show you what we do next. This is what you should have once you completed your knit one and purl one. All the bubbles should be in the front. We're going to turn our work around. This is your back. We're going to knit across in white. You can continue the knitting pattern right to the end, then I'll show you what we do next. Once you completed your one line of knit, we're going to be joining our new colour, the red. That's going to be, we're going to be doing the top part. Continue the knit pattern all the way to the end. Now we're just going to cast off. When we cast off, you'll have 3 lines at the end of this. To cast off is knit one, knit the next one, the one behind, pull it forward and off your needle. The next one, knit one, pull the one behind, off your needle, knit one, the one behind, pull them off your needle. You repeat the pattern all the way down to the end. Now the cast off is complete, I'm going to pull up the yarn. You can cut enough yarn and use your needle to sew the side. I'm going to put the booty inside out. You can use your needle to sew the side. I will be using my crochet hook. That's a 4mm crochet hook to sew my side. Level it. And I'll be doing a slip stitch. I'll pull up the yarn. Got my scissors. Just secure the knot. Just going to cut my yarn on the white. Again, don't forget to use your needle to secure all the ends, all the loose ends. Then you turn your booty inside out. You got your shoe made. It's got a nice base as well. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. And if check out the link for different sizes. If you like the video, thumbs up. And if it's your first time viewing, please subscribe so you don't miss a video. Thanks for watching.